Imagine this. It's 3 a.m. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. Your eyes burn with exhaustion. Your body aches for rest. Every muscle screams for sleep, but you refuse to close them. You fight against nature itself. One night becomes two becomes three. The days blur together like a nightmare you can't wake from. By day 4, the walls start breathing. Shadows move where nothing exists. You see things that aren't there. By day 7, you're no longer sure what's real and what's in your mind. By day 11, well, we'll get to that. And trust me, you won't believe what happens. Welcome to the terrifying reality of sleep deprivation. Today, we're going on a journey, a scientific descent into what happens when you wage war against your own biology. And I promise you, by the end of this, you'll never take sleep for granted again. Because here's the truth, sleep isn't optional. It's not a luxury. It's as essential as the air you breathe and the beat of your heart. And when you stop sleeping, your body doesn't just get tired. It starts to die, cell by cell, system by system. Let's start our experiment. Hour 0. The decision is made. You decide you're not going to sleep tonight. Maybe you have a deadline. Maybe you're curious about your limits. Maybe you're just stubborn. Maybe you think you can beat biology. The first few hours feel manageable, right? You're tired, sure. But coffee exists. Caffeine is your ally, or so you think. By hour 16, roughly 8 a.m. the next morning, something insidious begins. Something you can't see or feel yet. Your adenosine levels are skyrocketing. Adenosine is a neurochemical that accumulates in your brain the longer you're awake, creating what scientists call sleep pressure. It's building like a dam about to burst. Think of it as a debt that keeps growing with interest. Compound interest, and your brain hates debt. It will collect one way or another. After just 24 hours without sleep, your cognitive impairment is equivalent to being legally drunk. A blood alcohol content of 0.10%. Let that sink in, according to a landmark 2003 study published in the journal Sleep. One sleepless night, and you're essentially intoxicated, but without drinking a drop. But you're still conscious, still functioning, your body hasn't given up, so you push on. Big mistake. Day 2. You've now been awake for 36 hours straight. Your body is in full rebellion. The mutiny has begun. Your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain, responsible for every rational decision you make, starts shutting down. The executive function is offline. PET scans from a 2000 Nature study showed significantly reduced glucose metabolism. Your brain is literally running out of fuel. The tank is empty. But here's where it gets darker, much darker. Research from the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that cellular stress markers increase dramatically. Proteins begin to misfold. These misfolded proteins are toxic to your cells. Cellular damage accumulates. Your body is breaking down at the molecular level. Your immune system collapsing. Your body's army is deserting. A University of California study found people who slept less than 6 hours were 4.2 times more likely to catch a cold. Now imagine no sleep at all. The risk multiplies exponentially. Your white blood cells can't function properly. You're walking around with your defenses offline. By hour 48, something terrifying begins. Microsleeps. These are brief, involuntary episodes lasting 15 to 30 seconds where your brain simply shuts off without your permission. You have no control. You're still standing, maybe even walking, but you're unconscious. Gone. Numerous traffic accidents have been attributed to these terrifying blackouts. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimates that drowsy driving causes 100,000 crashes every single year in the US alone. But you keep going, you're in too deep now. Day 3 arrives. This is where our journey turns from uncomfortable to nightmarish. Around 72 hours, 3 full days without sleep, your grip on reality begins to slip. The line between real and unreal blurs. The hallucinations start, and they're terrifying. In 1965, a 17-year-old high school student named Randy Gardner set a world record, the longest documented period without sleep. 11 days and 25 minutes. His experience was carefully documented by sleep researcher Dr. William Dement. His journey provides our roadmap into madness. Let's follow it. By day 4, Gardner experienced his first hallucinations. He believed a street sign was a person. His brain was creating reality. His speech became slurred. Words wouldn't form correctly. His memory fractured. Mid-sentence, he'd forget what he was saying. Complete blank. But why? What's actually happening in the brain? Neurotransmitters like serotonin and norepinephrine keep us anchored to reality during waking hours. But after extended wakefulness, their systems become dysregulated. The balance breaks. Meanwhile, the dream-generating parts of your brain, desperate for REM sleep, begin firing while you're still awake. Dreams invade reality. You're essentially dreaming with your eyes open. Your brain can no longer distinguish between internal mental activity and external reality. A 2019 study in the Journal of Neuroscience found something shocking. Sleep deprivation causes the brain to produce sleep-like activity in some regions while others remain awake. Parts of your brain are literally falling asleep while you're still conscious, creating a horrifying patchwork of awareness. You're neither awake nor asleep. By day 5 and 6, paranoia sets in. Your emotional regulation is destroyed, gone completely. The amygdala, your brain's fear center, becomes 60% more reactive, according to research from UC Berkeley. You're jumpy, irritable. Every sound is a threat. Convinced people are plotting against you. Everyone is an enemy. Randy Gardner, on day 6, became convinced he was a famous football player. He lost touch with his own identity. Who was he? He didn't know anymore. Reality had become optional. Truth was whatever his brain invented. We're in the final stretch now, and this is where the true horror emerges. By day 8, your speech is significantly impaired. Your short-term memory is virtually non-existent. Nothing sticks. You can't complete simple tasks. Basic human functions fail, but more ominously, much more ominously, your body is beginning to cannibalize itself, eating itself to survive. Research on rats by Dr. Alan Rechtschaffen at the University of Chicago, published in Science in 1989, revealed something horrifying. Complete sleep deprivation killed laboratory rats within 2 to 3 weeks. The cause? Their bodies couldn't regulate temperature properly. Their immune systems collapsed completely. No defense left. They lost weight despite eating more food. A cruel paradox. Their metabolisms had gone haywire. The body was destroying itself. Lesions appeared on their tails and paws, tissue breaking down. The rats literally fell apart, piece by piece. Would humans suffer the same fate? We don't know for certain. Ethics prevent such experiments. We can't torture people to death for science. But we have one terrifying clue from nature: fatal familial insomnia. This is a rare genetic prion disease that destroys the thalamus, the brain region that regulates sleep. Patients progressively lose the ability to sleep entirely. The disease progresses over 7 to 18 months, each stage worse than the last. First, increasing insomnia and panic attacks. Sleep becomes impossible. Then hallucinations and hyperactivity. The mind breaks. Then complete inability to sleep, leading to rapid weight loss. Finally, dementia and death. Inevitable, unstoppable. There is no cure, there is no treatment. The inability to sleep is 100% fatal. Sleep is not optional. Randy Gardner, on day 11, could barely function. His EEG showed something impossible. Even when his eyes were open, parts of his brain were in deep sleep. He was a walking corpse, a body piloted by a brain that had partially shut down. A living ghost. And then, after 264 hours of torture, the experiment ended. He slept for 14 hours and 40 minutes. The debt collected, the body taking what it needed to survive. So why does sleep matter so profoundly? What's actually happening during those precious hours of unconsciousness? During sleep, your brain does something miraculous. Your brain's glymphatic system activates. Discovered by Dr. Macon Nedergaard at the University of Rochester Medical Center. This is essentially a waste disposal system, your brain's nighttime cleaning crew. Cerebrospinal fluid flushes through your brain, washing away toxic proteins that accumulated all day, including beta amyloid and tau, which are directly linked to Alzheimer's disease. When you sleep, your brain literally cleans itself every single night. During REM sleep, the stage where we dream, your brain processes emotions you couldn't handle during the day, consolidates memories, moving them from short-term to long-term storage, and forges creative connections. Problem solved while you dream. A 2019 Nature study showed sleep strengthens important neural connections while pruning weaker ones. Your brain's filing system organizing itself. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, repairs tissues damaged during the day, builds bone and muscle. You literally grow stronger while sleeping and strengthens your immune system. A 2019 study in the Journal of Experimental Medicine found something critical. Just one night of sleep deprivation significantly reduced T-cell effectiveness. Sleep isn't downtime. It's not wasted time. It's when your body and brain perform critical maintenance that keeps you alive. We've reached the end of our journey into sleeplessness, from the first tired hour to the final hallucination-filled day. We've seen what happens when we deny our bodies this fundamental need. The science is unequivocal, absolute, undeniable. Sleep isn't negotiable. It's not optional. It's survival. The CDC calls insufficient sleep a public health epidemic. The World Health Organization has classified night shift work as a probable carcinogen due to circadian disruption. Fighting your natural rhythm causes cancer. Randy Gardner recovered. But at what cost? He reported suffering from severe insomnia for years afterward. The experiment left permanent scars on his ability to sleep. His record has never been officially broken, and Guinness World Records no longer tracks this category because it's too dangerous. They won't risk human lives for a record. So tonight, when you lie down and close your eyes, remember this journey. Remember what you've learned. You're not being lazy. You're being smart. You're not wasting time. You're investing in your survival. You're allowing your brain to cleanse itself of toxins. You're letting your immune system rebuild its army. You're processing memories and emotions from the day. You're literally saving your own life every single night. Sleep isn't the absence of waking. It's the presence of healing, of renewal, of survival. Now, if you'll excuse me, researching this has exhausted me. I'm going to practice what I preach. Sweet dreams. May your brain clean itself well tonight, and may you wake up tomorrow grateful for the gift of sleep. Remember, your life literally depends on it. Adults need 7 to 9 hours. 1/3 of adults don't get it. We're in the middle of a sleep deprivation epidemic. Be different, choose sleep, choose life. Good night.